sponsored by
Yeah. All right.
Coca-Cola.
What's up, everyone? Welcome to another episode of the Garage Gang Podcast. With me, as always, I got Joe, Kenny. I'm Aaron. Special guest today is the Cal Poly all-time leading rusher.
Yeah.
And just a local boy now. His name is Joe Protheroe. Welcome to the podcast, brother. How you doing?
Yeah, man. Thanks for joining us.
I'm good, man. Thank you. Thank you guys for having me. I appreciate you guys. Thank you.
Absolutely. So COVID's kind of been a bitch for everyone. Yeah. How's it been for you? What has it done? How have you had to adapt?
How's life, man?
Yeah, it has been. Yeah, it's definitely been starting off last year. Yeah, it was a bitch for sure. I had as far as football, I had a tryout, for Toronto, the Argonauts.
Okay.
Oh, no way. That's awesome, man.
And it was the week right after they had done the whole shutdown. So, they canceled it. And it was kind of like, for me, I was like, damn, that was kind of like my last straw for football. And I just.
Stupid COVID.
I started.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. It shut me down right there. And then I had a couple of job opportunities to work with the county. And then COVID, shut that down for me too. So I just had to figure out a way to provide for my 4 kids, so I just started this training program. It's been a blessing ever since. It's kind of been I guess it's a silver lining for me.
That's awesome. Right. Speaking of that, I want to shout out, I believe her name is Aaron. Is it Aaron Alves?
Yeah.
Okay, I want to shout her out because she's the one who set this up. She wrote us on Instagram and said, "Hey, this is a guy. We knew who you were, but she kind of gave us the contact and was like, hey, here, hit him up."
She got us the in.
Yeah. So I want to give her a shout out and say thank you for sure.
Yeah, I've been working with their son since September last year. Yeah, they're good people. So shout out to them.
Yeah, good looking out.
Heck yeah. And I will say too, and I'm only saying this because Kenny said I was going to say it. Joe is an awesome name, so I will say that. He already knew I had it planned, but then before the episode, he's like, "You're going to say some stupid stuff like, oh, yeah, Joe's a cool name."
Something along those lines. He was like, "Dude, you already know I was going to do that." I was like, "I know you, bro." So, yeah, man, life's been crazy. But so you grew up in Concord, California, Northeast Bay, right?
Yep.
That's awesome, man.
Yep.
What was life like up there?
It was different, definitely from slow. Back out, growing up, it was just me, my brother, and my dad, and it was just all sports. It was always sports, but then there was times where we were really broke. Growing up, we were kind of being a single parent, being raised by a single parent. We were kind of just always getting evicted, stuff like that. It was eviction. It was going hungry. It was no PG&E, stuff like that. A lot of we struggle. When I think of Concord, I just think of the struggle, And then when I think about getting my scholarship and coming to SLO, I think about everything good has happened since then. Yeah. I guess,
Yeah, I know, dude. And plus that is Concord. I've spent a little time up there. I got some buddies, Walnut Creek in Concord, and I know it's a very expensive area. Well, just judging from what they tell me and whatnot.
Shoot, anything that has bay in it or by the bay, it's gonna be expensive.
Creek.
Yeah, sure.
Okay, so obviously football. You like football, but was there any other sports you liked growing up or anything that you were interested in?
I love playing baseball, man. I played baseball from 6 years old until I was 13. We did a lot of travel ball and then one year, my dad was like, we're not gonna have enough money to do the travel ball this year. Do you still want to try to play for another team? And I was just like, nah, I'd rather just train for football because I was going into my my freshman year of high school.
Gotcha.
So I was like, let me just lock in and do football. So I would say baseball and rugby. I loved rugby. Rugby was my stuff.
See, man, awesome. Okay, rugby is fun as hell to watch. I just don't understand it.
Yeah.
You see the dudes running down, and I'm like, okay, wait, so he kicked the ball through the thing? Is that more point? You know what I mean?
I know you played Smear the Queer when you were young.
Oh,
right?
hell yeah, 100%.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
It's like that. It's
That's all I would need to know. I would just be like, tackle the guy with the ball and get in a scrum. Exactly. But is that one of the sports? I know in different parts of Cali, we're from the Central Coast. Obviously, you know that. They didn't offer, at least in our area, there wasn't a very big rugby following. That and lacrosse, and I know those are two sports that are sporadically offered throughout the state. So did you have like an organized rugby league up there or high school?
Yeah, we did. We had it was the Diablo Valley. I played for Diablo Valley, but there's a lot of teams. We would travel all around the Bay Area all the way up to Sacramento to play games. It was a good time.
That's awesome.
That's awesome, man. That's savage sport right there.
Okay, so growing up in the Bay, who are your favorite sports teams?
Always was the Raiders, man. It was the Raiders.
Got that.
The Raiders, and then I was never really a Warrior fan though. I just always loved Kobe, man. Kobe. I would say Raiders and Kobe. And if I had to choose a baseball team, it would probably be I don't know. I really liked Sammy Sosa growing up, so probably the Cubs.
Okay.
That's respectable for sure, man.
I'm just happy you didn't say the Giants.
I was hoping you were going to say the Giants.
Well, I figured he wasn't going to say the Giants after it took a couple seconds to explain himself. I was like, okay, we cool.
I had a cool Giants jacket though. I remember having this Giants jacket growing up. It was like the majestic one. So
nice.
The old retro ones.
I love how the old starter jackets are coming back, making full circle too. The Majestics and the starters, they're fire, dude. I kind of want a starter. I kind of want a starter Raiders jacket. That's the classic right there.
Yeah, for sure. Are you a Raiders fan too?
Yes, sir. I've been to 16 Raider games up at the Coliseum. Hey,
I don't know if you can see that.
He's a Jags fan.
Jacksonville Jaguars.
So we last 2 years ago, actually, time flies. We were at the last ever Raider game at the Coliseum, and we were actually on the sidelines during pregame watching. We were on the Jaguars side because it was Jaguars Raiders, and we got to see the Blue Angels go by, all the legends, just sending off the Coliseum with all the great memories because it's a shitty stadium, but I have a lot of great memories there, man. And a lot of great tailgates, even taking the bar to and fro. It's all just wrapped up into one,
Yeah. No, it was just cool. It was
I
dope.
know you want to add stuff.
Wearing my Jags jersey and someone from the Jags team or from their deal came up to me and because we were 6 rows back.
Yeah.
And so he came up to us and was like, hey, do you want to go down the field? And I was like, wait, what? And I'm like, fuck yeah, I want to go on the field, dude. Are you kidding me? It's the last game in Raiders Stadium, and I'm like, you're asking me if I want to go on the field? And he's like, yeah, it's good for pregame. So we got to go down and got to watch Charles Woodson light the torch and the flyover, the national anthem, all that from the field. And I got to say what's up to a Jags player, and it was dope.
I had to say a lot, dude. Also, it's a quick, funny story about that. We were taking pictures down where they let people onto the field. There's a little gate down there. The security guard opens it. Anyway, we were taking a picture, and he was kind of a dick to us. He was like, "Okay, you guys got to move." We're we're just trying to take a picture. No one's there. We're an hour early. And so we're like, okay, let's just go up to our seats. We had people take our picture, and then we get, like he said, the guy come and he was like, "Here's sideline passes. You guys go have a good time. It's good right before kickoff. You guys got to go back." We're like, cool. We go back down the stairs or the bleachers, and where we just hold up our sideline pass to that security guard. We're like, yeah, open that gate, boy. Open that gate. But,
I can't hear you behind my sideline pass.
Sorry, I have a shiny red sideline pass now. But yeah, man, good memories over there, man.
Yeah. Okay, so obviously we talk about stuff you liked in sports growing up, but was there any other talents you had? Any other any other things you were interested in?
Man, not really, man. Just growing up, it was really just football and family. That's really what it was.
No, I don't. I understand.
Yeah, totally understand.
Football and family.
Yeah,
that's basically how it was for us. Sports, football, fam.
Mm-hmm. That was all.
Nowadays, the kid, they got so many more gadgets and stuff to work with. I know I'm not hella old, but You know, like I feel like there wasn't as much stuff like when we were young. You know, like
Absolutely not.
We're all 91 and 90, so I was born in 90. They were 91, so we're all
I'm
relatively the same age.
Yeah, I'm 94, so I'm kind of
okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, that's right.
My Pokemon is my stuff. I don't know if y'all know what Pokemon is.
Oh,
Bro,
yeah.
You're gonna add to that. We don't know what Pokemon is.
Yeah.
Come on, bro.
Bro.
I know y'all know.
I'm about it.
That was big time when we were in like elementary school. Everyone had their binder with the clear card cases with all your Pokemon.
I used to serve kids in the card game, so I guess that was the time.
I still have my binder with the first 151, so it's pretty.
Do you
cool.
really?
Yeah, I do. I know that Charizard's worth a grip these days. You know, and it's only going up. It's an investment. The Pokemon cards. It's crazy to believe that how much they are worth.
I didn't know you had that.
Yeah.
That's dope.
Yeah. All right.
Cardboard, people pay like $500,000 for it. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Well, seriously, first editions, dude.
There's that one baseball player, Honus
Wagner.
Is it Honus Wagner?
Yeah.
And I think his card went for like 500,000, 600,000, and you're like, bro, like you said, it's a piece of cardboard, dude. Like, oh my god.
Yeah.
I could never imagine.
So you went to Clayton Valley Charter High School, and you were the third leading rusher in California in 2012. Tell us about your high school football experience, and how was that?
Oh man, it was awesome. I could say with no doubt, like there's no different feeling like playing under Friday Night Lights.
None.
With your high school team, because once you get to college, it's more like a job. It's like you're expected to do this, but in high school, like playing with a lot of guys who I kind of lost touch with, man. I remember like some of my best memories was in high school football. I literally I ran for like 3,000 yards that year, and my line, obviously they did a great job, but there would be some games where I'll touch the ball like 3 times and just have like 3 50-yard touchdowns. It would be crazy. It would be like crazy. It would be like I remember getting pulled out of like the first quarter of some games, like to get ready for the next game because it would be up. But
wow. So
we had a good coach.
Jesus,
too.
bro.
Coach, Tim Murphy, man.
Dang.
Yeah, I had a lot of great memories, man.
So Clayton Valley Charter High School. Would that be a smaller school?
So it wasn't a charter. It turned charter my senior year. And then they started getting more kids like coming in because charter, they go by different rules. But when I went there, I went there my sophomore year. My first year, I played varsity football as a freshman. I played at Mount Diablo High School. And it was kind of like more known as like, it was in North Concord, which it was kind of like a more on the ghetto side, I guess you could say, as a high school, like fights every day, like more, it's like divided, like gangs divided up and just stupid stuff. So after I played 1 year of football there, we transferred over to Clayton Valley. And I would say like, it was like the same size. It was Division II football, Division II.
Okay.
In terms of size. So, and now they're Division I. I think they went up a division because it's charter. So,
Right. I was gonna ask if you guys ever played Sarah, but Sarah's D1.
Sarah San Mateo.
Yeah, you played them.
Yeah. We never played them. We played them like in some camps, but that was about it.
Yeah, so you guys close to De La Salle? I know that's in Concord.
My
buddy lives right across the street.
The year after I left, they played De La Salle. They played them pretty good too. They were tied until like the last quarter.
Oh man!
Wow.
But De La Salle, they ended up whooping them at the end.
Dude, I was like I started like writing down some of your accolades from high school, and it was like CIF play, and I wrote down like 2, and I just wrote fucking GOAT.
You know what I know.
Like, bro, it was like, holy shit, dude. I think you had 12.8 yards per carry, 34 touchdowns, only 234 carries to get 3,000 yards.
Yeah, dude.
Like, for someone who understands football, like, holy shit, dude.
I was like, we were doing our homework yesterday, kind of preparing a little bit, and I was just like, 3,014 yards, 34 TDs on 200. And I whipped out the calculator. I was like, 3,014 divided by 234. Yeah, 13 yards a carry. Okay, fucking GOAT status. We'll just leave it at that and go from there.
A first down every time you touch the ball.
Yeah, it was crazy, man. I got a definitely big shout out to my high school O-line, man. Those guys were like smaller than me. Like they were all like 10 pounds lighter than me, but they all just like they basically just play with heart, you know. They made sure like we got the holes, and we did a lot of counter action. So like a lot of the defense would be running the wrong way. They wouldn't even know where the ball is, and by that time I would have to make one or two guys miss and then just be gone. So
what kind of offense did you guys run?
Yeah,
it was kind of like. Basically, kind of like what Cal Poly used to run, it was like a triple option, but it was from shotgun. It was almost like Wildcat.
Okay.
We do a lot of like sweep action. Sometimes they'll put me at quarterback to do like a fake handoff, but it came to a point where you knew who was getting the ball like on first down. Like that, I would get the ball.
Yeah.
A lot, you know, first call.
That's funny, man. I could relate to that because youth football is really big in Napomo Cowboys. Huge. You know, we expect to win a Super Bowl every year. And we did like the wing tee. We had a similar offense to the triple option. It was, you know, the wing tee. We had the 2-back, the 6-back. I was the 4-back. So I was like, damn, pretty much. And especially my grades sucked.
Yeah,
I played with the grade above me, which were almost GOAT status too. And then when I had to play with my grade, I was like, damn. Damn, I'm getting the ball. 46 down every time, man.
Yep.
42 trap.
That was me too.
42 trap.
In youth football, I was always like a couple pounds too heavy, so I had to play a grade up. But then when I got in the 8th grade and I played with all the 8th graders, I was killing it.
Yeah.
I was
getting killed when I got.
When he's talking about that 42 trap, I was the trap guy. I would lay motherfuckers out, man.
You better lay motherfuckers out because I'm coming up your back right now.
That was my,
I remember, my old linemen, they loved them trap plays. The ones at Poly, they used to love like those counters where you just lay out a D tackle.
Oh, because they're coming.
Oh, it's a pancake every time.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's probably my favorite play in football.
Traps.
I've played different. I've scored touchdowns. I've caught balls. I've tackled people.
Yeah.
But laying a dude out on a trap is got to be one of the best feelings, man. Just like annihilate.
It's like they don't do it anymore, but old crackback, you know.
Yeah.
You get flagged for that now.
Oh, I know, but I mean, we just had a play called crackback, and we're like, and if you didn't, if you're on defense and you didn't shout out crackback for your boy getting cracked,
oh yeah,
you know. But that's cool, man.
So in high school, you guys won the CIF title. What was that experience?
Yeah, we won our section. Yep, we won our section, and then we were one game away from state, and we're playing Oakdale. They're up north. They're like towards like Stockton or something like that. And I already had like 2 touchdowns and 113 yards, but then I like busted my ankle up like right going into half.
Oh shit!
And it was a tight game, but we lost by like 3 points, 4
That's
points.
rough.
28-24 or something like that. I remember trying to be a tough guy, and they had me playing corner that game, and my ankle was broke, like messed up, and I just got burnt for a touchdown, and then I came out the game like feeling like shitty after that. Like,
man, I messed up.
Yeah.
Trying to be a tough guy, trying to be a hero, because that's how I was used to, like putting the team on your back, and I just let this freaking dude who was way slower than me, he just ran right past me.
Oh man.
Yeah, me and Kenny were on the first team to ever make CIF for our school, because we were like, I think the 4th graduating class. We're a pretty new school here at Napomo.
It was like 04 we opened, I think 04, 05.
Yeah, and so we were the first team to make it, and we played Nordhoff there over in Ojai.
Down south. Yeah.
And we lost in overtime. They blocked a field goal.
I don't want to talk.
It was so rough. It was one of those things like,
oh man,
like we still get like hurt every time we talk about it. It's like, oh my god.
See,
we were heavily favored too, so that's the thing.
My high school, on the other hand, I'm from the Central Valley, so I'm from Tulare. So Tulare, you probably heard of my high school, Tulare Union.
Oh, Tulare Union. Yeah, I thought it was Tulare. It's Tulare though.
Yeah, Tulare. Yeah, because we were D2 as well. We've been, I think, D2 for a while, but in my 4 years of high school, we made playoffs all 4 years. We went to the CIF finals my junior and senior year, lost my junior year, and then won my senior year.
Did you guys ever play Clovis?
Oh yeah.
You remember who Coach Murphy was or not?
Coach Murphy.
This
I don't know.
buff ball dude, just like
He didn't play
Joe?
football.
No, I didn't play, but I knew like
Okay,
you know,
okay, cool.
He was at the games though.
Yeah, I was in the drum line, so
The JV band.
yeah.
If I was in band, it would be drumline though.
Linebacker, bro. I thought you played.
Nah, man. I was in high school. I was 100 pounds soaking wet, and I actually did try out my freshman year, and they wanted to put me on D line, and I'm like, dude, this ain't working.
That's
Like,
where you
I'm
basically.
getting-
That's where you start, bro.
I could have been a receiver. I wasn't tall enough, but I had hands.
Bro, you know Dominic Cabrales? Yeah. Short guy? You know he was like our starting nose tackle on varsity?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, we're gonna get into our first segment. First, I was like, man, what am I saying? The
Yeah.
first segment. So we've read that you're a big video game dude, right?
Oh yeah.
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 So I used to be. Man, I ain't gonna lie. I was like all throughout college. I'm gonna tell you that. Yeah.
I know life kind of gets a little bit harder to play after
I got two kids, so I understand.
Yeah.
Time two of that.
Yeah.
So we know you like Madden, and it said Fortnite, I guess. What's your favorite video game of all time? Or give us the scoop, and let's talk some shit about Madden, my man.
My favorite video game of all time is Pokemon. Pokemon Gold version.
Yes.
Gold
Game
version.
Game Boy Color.
Yep.
Yep.
Game Boy.
With
I remember in high school.
Ho-Oh.
I remember I bought one on eBay in high school, and I would just like
Yeah.
play it like all the time.
Dude, I still have silver, gold, yellow, and I think red. I know gold's the one with Ho-Oh on the front. And, dude, so fun. I still have my color, actually. I got to play that. But now you could just download it on your phone.
Yeah.
Like
you
an
can do all that
emulator, and you could just play it like straight up Game Boy on your phone.
Yeah, definitely. It's crazy. You don't get that same feeling from the phone, but I hear you though. Yeah.
I know Aaron didn't expect that answer.
No.
We're like favorite video games of all time.
No, that's
We're like,
dope. I
know,
I
that's-
enjoyed playing Pokemon.
Hell yeah,
I
dude,
just wasn't
it was awesome.
super into it, but I played it for sure.
Yeah, right now, what's making a big comeback right now is the NCAA 2014. You know, the last ever NCAA game to come out for football with Denard Robinson on the front. We've been playing that a little bit, so that's kind of making a little bit of a comeback.
Yeah.
It's like $170 at the stores right now.
Yeah.
Oh, it is.
Yeah.
I would have to say my favorite video game of all time, and I'll never forget because I got it with my PlayStation 2 on Christmas morning. I think it was NCAA 2003 with Joey Harrington
Oh, with the Oregon Ducks
on the cover.
That was a good game.
I
that one too. Yeah.
Yeah, I remember that, and I was spend freaking years on that dynasty.
Absolutely. I mean, I'd put two down. It's like Madden is obviously like the kind of the GOAT because it's like I can play with all the homies and stuff. But I think my favorite game all time to play is Grand Theft Auto.
Oh yeah, GTA, man.
I mean, honestly, it's you got all the different storylines. My favorite one, my favorite one when it was like out and we were playing it was San Andreas. That was the best one. And then I downloaded that back onto my PS4, and like that game is ass now compared to like you know.
What you play now, yeah, it's like
GTA
watching.
5.
The graphics terrible.
But it's like that game was so dope when you had like the gang fights and all that stuff and the
Purple versus the green.
Yeah. Well, it's cool because they have San Francisco, like they have like a San Francisco, like a Vegas, and obviously an LA on there. My favorite system is I grew up with the Nintendo 64, so I'm talking about Mario Kart, GoldenEye, Turok, you know, Star
Zelda.
Fox, all those.
Turok might be my second favorite, man. Turok was crazy.
Turok was crazy, and guess what? They just made it remastered on the PS4. It just came out on the 22nd. I gotta buy that. I haven't been on my
Is there?
1 and 2 for $40. So Dinosaur Hunter and Seeds of Evil, Turok. So
But it's not a new game. It's like the remaster.
it's remastered, but dude, the remastered games have been just kicking ass.
Yeah.
Like Crash Bandicoot, Spyro.
I got the Tony Hawk Pro Skater 1 and 2.
Yeah.
That's been
I
fun.
follow that on my daughter's Switch because I seen the
Yeah.
Turok on the Switch too. On the
Yeah.
Nintendo Switch. You got a Switch?
I don't. I just have my PlayStation 4. I wanted a Switch for a long time. Didn't pull the trigger, and now it's like I need to wait for a PS5 now. I want to Switch. Don't get me wrong. Like that's a thing, you know.
All my homies used to make fun of me and stuff.
Yeah.
Man,
But
them little games, but
the
man,
Nintendos are the way to go.
Yeah, that's awesome, man.
Yeah. Just like, because for me, when I played Madden, I would get so mad playing dudes online. Like, I would be going through TVs, like, just checking my So I just, like, I washed my hands with Madden after Madden 19, after I would lose on, like, last-minute plays. The ball get bobbled up and then picked off and taken all the way to the house, stuff like that. Like, I was just done with it. And then to top it off, like, whoever just beat me would message me like, "You suck," and I'd be like, "Bro,
you don't want this right now,
Oh
bro."
yeah,
I'd be like, "Bro,
dude,
man."
I know. That's crazy. I used to play a lot of Madden online, and yeah, I used to get crazy throwing controllers around.
Yeah.
Especially if you're playing a little faded, you're like, oh, it's just going. It's just going.
Kayla will get so mad. I'll be out here playing someone on like, because I have the NCAA 14 online.
Yeah.
Like, I'll play it out here. And like she came out one day. She's like, "Are you okay?" Because I was all, "God damn it!" I'm like yelling. I'm all pissed off. She's like, "What happened?" I'm like, "He just threw a bomb on me. My freaking corner couldn't even." And she's just like, "I don't care. You need to shut up. Like, you're scaring our kids." So yeah, it definitely brings out the worst in me. That's for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. That's why. Yeah, I had to stop playing Madden.
Yeah, that's funny.
That's good stuff.
Well, so I guess let's move on to the after high school life. You got recruited, obviously, to Cal Poly. You got recruited and offered from many different schools, though. Tell us a little bit why about Cal Poly and what are the couple other schools that were interested in you? How was that recruiting trail like?
Yeah, I'm gonna be honest with you guys. After my senior year, I got my first offer was Sacramento State to play running back.
Yeah.
I knew about Sac State just because it was so close, but then I got a call from a recruiter, Coach Cook from Cal Poly, and I didn't even know what Cal Poly was, man. Like, I was just so like locked in on like, oh, if it ain't USC or if it ain't like, you feel me? And when they called me, I was like, I've never heard of Cal Poly. Like, is it D1? Like, and then they told me, D1 FCS, and I didn't know what I want to do. I was planning on going to a JUCO because I only had offers from Montana State to play defense, Sac State, and Cal Poly. And I don't know. I made a stupid decision on deciding not to do my SAT. Like, the times I had to do it required 3 times. I already took it twice, and I was terrible on both times. And when the coach called me from Poly, like, you have to do it again, I was like, nah, I'm not doing it. And then they had pulled my offer, and I was like, damn, like, what am I going to do now? Like, I just messed up. But then Coach AT, who's a coach at Cal Berkeley now, he told me, like, we'll give you another chance. You got to just grace. You got to take a class at Cuesta College online and pass that, and you can come to Poly the next year. And that ended up being the route I took. So I sat a year out after high school. So I wasn't doing anything. I was just putting on weight. I got fat that year. I was putting on weight.
No training, not much training, huh?
I wasn't doing no training, man.
But
I was just chilling, basically.
Just marinating.
And when I finally did get to Poly, that's when I found out I was having my first child, and I figured, like, it's time to lock in, because other people are dependent on me now, and that was my year. I couldn't even tell you. It was 2013, and that year was like probably one of the worst years of my life. just because, like, feeling ashamed of, like, not already being at Cal Poly like I should have been. But that year I had my we had conceived my first daughter, which is like a blessing too. So
yeah.
Hey, everything happens for a reason, man.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah, I believe in that.
Different
I firmly
trails.
believe in that.
Absolutely.
Hey, and also though, so what was it like having a kid that young? Because I had my daughter at 23. So
Yeah.
I'm guessing you were what, like 19, 20?
Yeah, I was 19. I was 19, and I had already been with. She's my wife now. We've been together since we were like 15, so we've been together for a minute. And she was always just like been a rock by my side, like always been holding it down for me. And when we found out that we were having a baby, I was kind of scared to tell the coaches at Poly because I thought maybe they would just like wash their hands with me,
Yeah.
But they ended up like being super cool about it, and they moved my wife up, and they kind of just made everything smooth for me. Like, it was just really easy. Like, my wife was at home taking care of our daughter, and I would just be able to go do football, do school, come right back, and then, you know, spend time with them. And that's kind of what it was for me for like the 5 years that I was at Poly.
Well, that's awesome. That's a pretty awesome thing for them to be able to take care of you like that, to where you don't have to have the stress of like the everyday.
Yeah, man. Because I told them, like, you know, I'll just go back home, and they're like, what you going to do? Work at McDonald's and go to a JUCO and have a kid? That's what Coach Wall said. And I was like, man, I didn't think about it that way. And then he showed me like how much money you would get from the scholarship. Because I didn't know, I had no clue, like, you know, as a student, you get money to live, right? So I was just like, hell yeah, I'm going to stay at Cal Poly.
Yeah, hell yeah, make the most of it.
Yeah, it's crazy.
I don't care about no USC, no bigger schools. Like, I just want to make sure my family's good. So it was a blessing for sure.
Yeah, you got to listen to those, you know, those experienced guys, especially, you know, the coaches. Especially like Coach Walsh. I'm sure he's been coaching for a long time, and you know they've seen this same story, you know, play out. You know, I'm sure quite a few times, and you know, they can only, you know, they're trying to guide you. You know. Yeah,
exactly, man, and they did a great job at doing it. They helped mold me into a man for sure. 'Cause I was real immature, especially even when my first kid came out. I'm still immature to this day. I'll admit it, but
we're all men, bro.
Yeah.
Oh man, exactly.
So you said you didn't know what a Cal Poly was. What were your first impressions coming to SLO? Like, I know we've talked to a lot of people who didn't really know what Cal Poly was or where it was, what San Luis Obispo, you know, was, and they come and check it out, and they're like, "Wow, this could be a spot." You know what I mean?
Yeah, for me growing up, I was always a city guy. Like, I used to spend my weekends. We would go to the pier, San Francisco.
Yeah.
So when I came out here, to me, this was like, I was like, bro, this is the middle of nowhere. Like, there's no way I could come here. On my first visit, that's why I was like, there's no way I'm coming here. But my uncle was in my ear, like, you don't know about the education here. Like, I was like, man, I don't care about no education. I'm going to the league. Like, I'm not going here. And that was one of the having that mindset was one of the reasons I had to sit out. But when I got here after the first year, like, it's really the people that I met here, like all my teammates and stuff, that made it feel more like home. And people out here are just like always happy, you know, like always a smile. Like, there's less, obviously there's less, like there's less, it's
a different lifestyle.
Better to live out here. It's a different atmosphere, than the Bay Area. Yeah.
So obviously coming over here, you kind of mentioned it earlier about the offense that Cal Poly ran. Okay. It worked very well for you to help you be the all-time leading rusher in Cal Poly history. But God damn it, man. I'm going to tell you, as a fan, as someone who watched your guys' games.
Oh, it's bad.
It was so frustrating to watch, man, where it was like, throw the ball or play action or something, like,
do something.
Yeah, I hear you. I got that a lot. Myself, you know me, I didn't mind getting them.
Yeah, hell no.
Carries, but like it did get to a point where 44 carries in one game. I got the NCAA record, I think, for like carries in the game. It's like 46, and like,
dude,
that ain't really. I don't know.
How many yards? How many yards on 46 carries?
It was like 200. It was like 266 or something like that.
Jesus, man.
Wow. We were looking at some of the box scores before we got on here. Wow. Crazy, man.
Yeah, it was crazy. Yeah. It was like 44 or 46, but I know I got the record. But yeah, it was just like smash mouth football, and I mean, it didn't work, as you guys seen. Like, it didn't work. Obviously, it didn't get us into the playoffs, but
my biggest problem is that, like, I understand for schools that have limited recruiting abilities, like the service academies. I understand you doing it because you can't get athletes to really go there because they don't want to serve in the military. I mean, I get it, you know, so you're only going to have it's a very disciplined offense. But, like, man, we're Cal Poly. Like, I'm not saying we're going to get 5-star recruits, but we can get some athletes out here. Kids are going to want to come play out here.
Yeah, Coach Baldwin doing a good job at that too. I mean,
yeah. And so it was just like, because I went and watched it was the playoff game against San Diego. You know?
Oh yeah, that's a tough memory for me.
I know, and I remember being there and being like, God damn it, man! If we could just pass the ball a little bit, because we were running the ball well on them, but it was like We just needed to have
that was a mud storm. That was like
that was
in the rain.
rainy as hell.
But they were like throwing the ball on us though. They were like practicing in that mud and they were just like throwing it all downfield on us. Like the only thing I remember from that game is we had 100. I think we had like 155 like total offensive yards, and I had like 140 of them. But I also had two fumbles that cost us the game. 2 TDs and 2 fumbles that cost us the game.
All I remember though is literally for the entire game, Joe Protheroe up the middle. Joe Protheroe up the middle, and you're just like, all right, big game, big game, big game. But it's like, bro, why don't you fake it to him and then throw it over the top once or twice? You know what I mean?
Or how about a flea flicker or something?
It's like even Georgia Tech throws the ball every once in a while.
Y'all ain't got to worry about that no more, though, because new offense is going to be fun to watch.
Well, so I actually was like excited to watch it, but you know when you go from an offense that's so run specific to an offense that you're going to try to open it up, you're going to have like those growing pains. You know what I mean?
Yeah, there's going to be pitches in it for sure.
But my favorite, I think it's actually kind of worked for him having COVID because he got to have a whole like extra time to put in and install his offense.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He didn't have to worry about the season. Like, and
they got games coming up, right?
Yeah, they should. I think they're playing soon.
They just had a scrimmage on Saturday, really? And I think they got a game coming up. I'm gonna try to hit up one of the coaches, see if they can, sneak.
Hey, dude, we've been trying to hit up Coach
I was
Baldwin
just gonna say
literally since we started.
Yeah,
you got to hook it up with Coach Baldwin.
Well, and I ain't gonna lie, Coach Baldwin, I never played for him, but I played against him, so he's kind of like I know he's always busy, but I'm excited to see what he can do.
I can't wait, man. I'm excited. Like, I want to see Cal Poly get back to like when they had Ramses Barden and those guys, man. They're fun to watch.
Well, it's been nice for us. We interviewed Larry Lee, the baseball coach. We interviewed the new basketball coach, Coach John Smith. So to complete the trifecta,
we're trying.
It would be awesome.
Yeah, it'd be really cool. We would love to hear about the state of the program, his future, for it, and
So being the all-time leading rusher at Cal Poly, like is that something that you like? You kind of like puff your chest out and be like, damn right. Like I at a university, I'm the all-time leading rusher. Like that's a pretty damn good accolade.
Yeah, it's cool. But to be honest with you, the one thing for me is like I would have gave away all those accolades if I could just get like another shot at making it to league, because that making it into the NFL, because I had I had 2 shots. I had a shot with the Niners and a shot with the Cowboys that both just like went, they didn't work out, obviously. But like in terms of like the accolades, I feel like, I'm proud of them, but like they don't bring in a check, So it's kind of like I can't just like sit there and dwell on it or be like I just be stuck on it. I kind of just like I got a football like in my garage, like the one I broke the record with, and I probably like put it in the case someday. But like I feel like now, as I'm growing older with 4 kids, like that stuff is like something that kind of don't even cross my mind anymore,
It's in the past, man.
Right.
Yeah, just kind of push forward. It's awesome being the all-time leading rusher, but like now I'm kind of like, damn, where do I go from here?
Yeah,
right.
What'd that get for sure? Okay, so I want to ask though. Obviously, playing in the FCS level, you kind of when you were there, it was the start of that North Dakota State like run. Did you? I think you guys played them a couple times, right?
We played them one time. They served us.
Did you play at the Fargo Dome?
We played in Fargo. Yeah, they served us.
So what's that place like?
It was crazy. You couldn't even really hear nothing. Like they had like the one famous person in North Dakota. He came out and like spoke at the like from some TV shows. I forgot. I think he was in like the Transformers or something.
The one famous guy.
He was an extra in the Transformers.
Yeah, he was Shia LaBeouf's stunt double.
Dude, that is hilarious. It's hilarious because
North Dakota was the worst. Being out there, like it was really. I thought Slow was nowhere. That was the middle of nowhere, man. But their fans filled up the stadium. It was crazy.
Who was Wentz their quarterback?
Nah, it was Easton Stick. He's actually on the Chargers now.
Oh, Stick's legit, man.
Yeah.
Well, anybody they've had has been legit since they've like won.
Yeah.
I think they just broke their like 46-game win streak, or
They just lost.
they just broke it. Like
They broke.
Yeah.
Someone just beat them this last week.
Yeah.
That's what's up. Their quarterback now is about to get drafted, ain't he?
Trey Lance.
Yeah.
First round projection.
That's funny you say that about North Dakota because I have family. My great grandma lived there. We had a big old farm over there.
Oh, no disrespect, man.
No. Don't. It is the middle of absolute nowhere. I mean, it was crazy. Like it's so up there. Like at least my great grandma's farm used to be up close to Canada border, and it's just literally North Dakota. There's nothing in there until you get to Grand Forks and Fargo.
Yeah.
But it's crazy the dominance they've had to have, and it's gnarly when you see like a lot of the best junior college programs and a lot of like the better like lower level colleges. They're in the middle of nowhere because it's like those kids go there just to ball. That's all they
go
have.
There just for one reason, exactly. And then there's a lot of kids that go to Cal Poly because like the education for them is first, and then the football comes second.
Yep.
But
Right.
that's how it is, I think, in a lot of programs. Because like you hear about Alabama University, like the school, like I heard, like at least from what I heard, is not that great. Compared to like a Cal Poly or something else. But like football, you go there for football.
Oh
like,
hell yeah, dude!
Goes there for the sport. The school will come along second, and that's what Coach Walsh and they always try to harp on. Like, well, actually, they were a lot on the education too, but me, it was just like football first.
Yeah, I think these days you got to have like at least a 4.1 to get into Poly.
Yeah.
Yeah, and have like some like ag background or something.
Yeah.
Like you know what I mean? Like it's pretty competitive.
Yeah.
Hey, I gotta ask you, what was it like playing on that Eastern Washington field?
Oh, the all red field?
Yeah.
I played there like twice. It was fun, man. It was fun.
It looks badass.
Yeah. Well, actually, you know what? The turf was like kind of trash though. The turf is like super old and hard. So that wasn't, I mean, we used to get cut up on it, but I remember my last year playing there, we wore all white jerseys on the red field. It looked cool, man. It looked dope.
Probably a little faster looking too on that with the white jerseys on the red.
Yeah, the white on the red, it was cool. Faster. But their fans, it was cold out there. I remember it being cold, and their fans were loud too. Yeah, they had some loud fans.
Do you prefer turf or natural grass?
I prefer Cal Poly's natural grass.
Me too. I hated playing on turf. Every single time we played, like one dude on our team would blow an ACL out or something.
Yeah.
And then, when you fall on it, it like cuts your arms up. You get those little fucking things in your face.
Of bars from the turf, man, that we used to practice on. We practiced on the old Cal Poly turf up top, and it's like almost concrete.
Yeah.
And it's terrible. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm never a fan of the turf. I was always like, dude, put me on some natural grass. I'm not fast anyway, so it don't matter where you put me. Okay, so you kind of mentioned it. You had your shot in the NFL. All I had down here was with the Niners. But you mentioned the Cowboys too. Can you kind of explain to us what those experiences were like, and just kind of what some people you met?
Yeah. So for the 49ers, it was just a mini camp where you had one slot open. You had like 40 rookies there, trying to get a spot, right? And they kind of treated you like they treated the rookies like the guys at the mini camp. They're like, we don't really care about you. You just got to find a way to stand out, right?
Yeah.
And I'll be honest, that didn't go well for me. I was going in there to be a fullback, and they got the best fullback in the NFL. So I'm already in the back of my head, like, damn, bro, like, how am I going to swing this, But when I went to the Cowboys mini camp, they really treated you like royalty. Like, I was eating like seafood in the morning and stuff. Like, I was with the Cowboys for like a week for their mini camp, and you only had the practice squad guys from the year before, and then me and one other guy. So it was like a smaller camp. I was actually practicing with the team. And I really thought I had a good shot. Of sticking with them. Like, I was really in the books with them and working hard, but, it didn't pan out either. I remember going into the locker room when they told me, like, it ain't gonna work out. I was just like sitting there, just like trying not to cry and stuff, like in front of a bunch of these other grown men. But that was a rough year for me too. But I would say going to that Cowboys mini camp though, that was so fun, man. It was fun. I felt like an NFL player for a cool week.
Well, dude, honestly, we've all had that dream growing up.
It's a week more than us.
Whether you want to be like, oh, it was just a week, bro, you got to go and be with the Cowboys for a week. Like, I don't take that shit lightly. That's a big deal, man.
Huge deal, bro.
You know what I mean?
Props for that,
I don't
man.
care if you made it into the league or not. Like, you had a chance. You know?
I did get to put on that Niner helmet and that Cowboy helmet, man. So that was a blessing.
Wow.
You know,
That was cool.
And then, like, did you make any contacts when you did that? Anybody you still talk to?
No. Well, the Niner, I'm gonna say this: the running back coach for the Niners, man, he was mean as hell. So I didn't make no contact with the Niners. But he was mean as shit. He was like, I don't care who you are. Do the drill right or get out the room. I'm like, all right.
Damn. No bullshit.
Do the drill right or get to the back of the line.
You don't have time.
I got to meet a lot of coaches. I got to meet Kellen Moore, the offensive coordinator from the Cowboys.
Oh, cool.
I don't know why I can't remember the running back coach name there, but he was super cool too. We called him, I think it was Coach GB, but I made contacts like Tony Pollard. Was really cool. He seen me how I was down. He was like, damn, man, like, I'm sorry that because he didn't realize that they were doing cuts, but after minicamp, but when I told him I was leaving, he gave me his phone number and stuff. But, I never kept in touch with him.
Yeah.
But I did shoot him a text when I seen him on TV, kind of like, man, good stuff, good job. One of the good friends I have, I made a lot of contacts training for these mini camps. I went down to California Strength, and a lot of the guys that I train with, they're on NFL teams now. Guys like John LeGlue, Patrick McCarry, Terez Hall. He was on a practice squad for the Patriots for the last year, and then he's like, he might be a starter coming up this year. So
that's what's up.
He's grinding. Yeah. So I know a couple guys in the league for
That's
sure.
Cool,
but it's kind of cool because to me, to other kids, like they're like these celebrities, but to me, they're just like they're the homies that I trained with for like a cool 4 months.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
The guys that made it,
Well, it's cool because we got a buddy who, if you had asked us in high school if this kid would have been in the one on our team to make it to the league, no one on our team would have told you it would have been him. But he went to a San Jose State camp and absolutely killed it. The dude, like, between his junior and senior year, got super fast and all that. And he got a scholarship over there, and then turned it into being picked in the 7th round by the Falcons.
Went to the Super Bowl where they choked.
What's up?
Yeah, Akeem, right?
Yeah, Akeem. We played with him. He was a junior when we were seniors, and we grew up.
Yeah, that's our boy.
And it was just cool seeing like someone that
super fast, man.
Someone that we didn't know that was gonna be like a star, or not, just go to the league and actually get to be like he's played with Russell Wilson and all that and play. You know what I mean?
Hey, I'll say he shut down Travis Kelce one night, dude.
Right?
Yeah.
Like,
it
was like a Sunday night football game.
Yeah, he shut Travis Kelce down.
That was probably the best game of his career.
Yeah.
Y'all got to get him on the podcast, man.
We're trying.
Yeah.
We're trying.
But
he's big time, huh?
He's too big time, bro.
He's a quieter guy. He's a quieter guy.
Yeah.
So
I remember training with him a little bit when my freshman year at Poly. He would come down and train with the strength coach.
Right
get some reps in with receivers.
Did you know Kevin Britt? I'm trying to think of people who might have played with you that we know.
I heard that name a lot when I was at Poly. Britt. He played at Poly, right? I think he might have played before me though.
Yeah. He was a corner and
really,
receiver.
Did he really like?
Oh,
was he on the squad? He played.
No,
he played
was
a lot.
on the squad.
I don't remember.
He played a lot.
Okay.
Yeah, he played a lot.
DB. It's just the other guys, the older guys. Probably they used to talk about him when I was a freshman.
For sure.
I don't know if you were there when Peyton Witcher was there.
He Witch, that's my guy, man.
Peyton Witcher? Hey, I coached him.
That's another Napomo guy right there.
That's another Napomo guy. I coached him baseball when
he's one of the hardest workers in the room, man. He's a hard worker.
Hey, that guy is freaking. He's awesome, man.
Yeah, he had from Napomo High School. He won his senior year. They won the first league or CAF title in school history. Yeah. And Witcher, I want to say he had like 6 or 8 interceptions in just the playoffs.
Yeah. Just the playoffs, man.
Like absolutely carried the defense, man. And just, I mean,
they were stacked though. So
yeah.
But yeah, dude.
So now after, I guess now especially after the football dream, with the Argonauts and stuff, kind of took a back seat. You mentioned that you're training kids and you kind of started a program. Just tell us about that. Tell us kind of what you're doing and kind of give your sales pitch right here.
Yeah. So basically, the name of the company I guess I started is JPro Athletic Development. And I work with kids from age 6 years old to all the way up to kids in high school, you know, and I just work with them on all things to help them become not just a better football player, but a better athlete. So we work on explosion, agility, just, you know, overall vertical speed. And it was something I started up last year before like this whole pandemic started. And I remember getting like 10 kids to get into a group and training the 10 kids that I coach from a flag football team. And now I think I'm training like, obviously not all at once because of pandemic, but you know, a whole year later, I think I'm training like over 80 kids, which
man,
really, it's been really a blessing. And to go back on what you were talking about, you know, the whole rushing, you know, being the all-time leading rusher and stuff, I kind of like use that to market myself. Like, you know, I'm somebody who knows, I know the game of football and I know how to prepare to become a good athlete. So I try to use that and sell myself, you know, being a 3-time All-American in this and that. And also just being a father to 4 kids. And I know how to work. Like it's one thing being a trainer, but being able to work with like the youth is different too. So I try to put myself on that. And I have a lot of like awesome parents that I've met over this last year that all support me and always stay in touch if their kids aren't in the program. And it's pretty cool, man. It's kind of been a real blessing for me and my family. Like, and you know, it's only going up. I'm getting more and more kids signing up for the program, which is a blessing.
That's awesome, man.
That's legit.
It's amazing to see, like, when you said, I use that, like, 3-time All-American. You damn right. You better use that, bro.
You freaking earned it, bro.
3-time All-American.
Like, that's you, bro.
I'd be throwing that around, too.
You know, how, like, thinking about it, like, not just the football sitting there, like I broke a record. Like, how can I use this to like market myself? Because I'm telling you guys, man, I was applying at. I had a Cal Poly degree, criminal justice, and I'm over here. I must apply to like 15 jobs and never got a call back. I'm talking about like from enterprise to like even applying at a Walmart and a Target. Yeah. And I'm looking at myself like, bro, what the hell am I doing? Like, what am I gonna do? I got to make something happen, you know? So. Forget it. I'm gonna take a leap of faith. I'm gonna try it. I'm gonna try to keep doing the football thing because I love football so much.
Absolutely.
Like, and I want to just keep going in the direction of being around the game. And I got offered to coach college football. At a D3 up in Oregon, but it wasn't enough money to provide for a family of 6. Is what my wife and our 4 kids. So I kind of just locked in with this training stuff and. I remember, like, I would go to the farmer's market and just pass out, like, flyers and just, like, you know, come train with Joe Protheroe. And you know, to be in the position I'm in now is, like, I never would have thought I would have got here. You know, I moved my family out from an apartment and we're in a 4-bedroom house now. And
that's what's up, bro.
Dude, bless up, bro. That's awesome, man.
It's been a blessing. Like, all the support I've got, you know, I'm really thankful to all the families that have supported my program. And hopefully it just only keeps going up from here, you know?
That's the beauty of football, man, or sports in general, man. You can make an impact in so many different ways other than playing, you know? Yeah. Coaching, developing.
Just life, too, man. Like, you're not, like, just teaching, like, physical agility stuff, like, and that to me, because I'm a big baseball guy, so that's why I love baseball, because to me, baseball has a lot of life comparisons. But
yeah, just like... exactly. You're right. I mean, it's like building a mindset too in any sport, but like football gives you so many life lessons and I try to teach that I try to instill that in the young kids when we're competing. when I have them compete against each other, we're doing drills, you know, we're racing back and forth or whatever it is. I just tell them, like, you know, take every rep like it's your last and just work hard, you know, just instill that mindset, like, of just working hard. You know, you gotta go through the struggle, like, to get what you want. So
absolutely,
do your job.
You just gotta believe, you know, believe in yourself, man, and
yeah, exactly.
Keep on keeping on, man.
That's
so
awesome.
It's for everyone listening. It's JPro Athletic Development.
Sure.
Where can they find you if they want to, you know, kind of plug it in? You know, where can they find you?
I got a website up. It's JProAthletics.com.
Okay.
And I'm working on right now. I'm working on for the summer. I want to do a mini. You guys know, like the NFL combine type of thing. I want to do like a mini combine for the kids out here. And I feel like that's something that would be awesome. Like, they would have fun, you know.
Hey,
out there.
let us know.
Yeah.
We'd love to be a partner with you.
We'd love to be involved for that.
Yeah, awesome. That would be cool, man. I'd love to have you guys come out there. Just like I talked to a couple people just about like reserving a football field. I'm actually working on trying to get Napoma High School because their principal right now, John Deno, I train his son sometimes.
He's a good
here
dude.
and there, so just figuring out, like, so I guess the field is to be announced, and it's probably going to be a few weeks in June and a few weeks in July. So
I also know the field is still they're doing changes to the field, right?
Are they?
I don't know.
I thought they did that already.
Did they do that?
Yeah.
Okay, well then it's good. It's open then. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
that's awesome,
man.
dude.
Yeah, like we said, we'd love to be involved with that, man. Just hit us up. Well, let's keep in touch. Keep in touch and collaborate, man. Maybe have you on again sometime down the road. See how everything's developing and going, man.
Cool, man. I appreciate you guys a lot, man. Thank you.
Oh, wow.
Absolutely.
Yeah, man, thanks. It's been a blast.
Thank you for coming on. Thanks for sharing your story. We hope this gets you a couple more kids, gets you some more people. You know what I mean? You're a good dude, man. We really enjoyed talking to you.
Absolutely,
for sure,
man.
You guys are too, man. I appreciate you guys. Hopefully, I'm gonna see you guys like on Spotify or something soon.
Yeah.
You know, you got deal, man.
Hell yeah, we're Spotify. You can find us on Spotify, Apple, iHeart, Stitcher. The video, most of our videos are on Facebook, and we're really trying to like us on YouTube, follow, subscribe, review, report. You like us, say it. You hate us, say it.
You know, you're getting pretty good at that.
It took me a while. I was like, Stitcher. I kept saying Stitches for the longest time. Also, I want to give a big shout out to our sponsor right here, Man Rock Brew. You know where that is? In Grover Beach, right by AJ Spurs, right off the freeway.
I've heard of it.
Yeah, Man Rock Brewery, man. That's we've had a couple live shows there. They've been a great partner for us for the past year, over a year. We look forward to maybe we can go get a beer there sometime or just watch a game or something. That'd be cool.
Watch the Jags beat the Raiders.
Yeah, no, probably not. But thanks for having us on, man.
Thanks for coming on the podcast.
Yeah, thanks for coming on. It's getting late, man. I gotta wake up soon.
Hey, thanks for having me. Thank you, guys.
Absolutely.
All right, man. Have a
good
one,
one, brother.
Have a good one.
All right, have a good rest of the night.